Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown spoilers or your WWE main event spoilers. And happy birthday goes to Beth Phoenix. Real name Beth Kosiansky Copeland. Turned 35 years old. She was born November 24th, 1980. Beth and longtime boyfriend Adam Edge Copeland have a daughter named Lyric, who will be 2 next month. Former ECW, WCW, TNA, and WWE superstar Justin Credible wrestled his retirement match against Tommy Dreamer for the Pro Wrestling Syndicate promotion in Sayreville, New Jersey this past weekend. And here's a video link and a tweet from Justin himself. The video is only like 17 seconds long, but it's not a wrestling match. Bill Apter recently posted the video, posted above interview with former WWE tag team Powers of Pain. Show a photo of them, which consists of the Warlord and the Barbarian. Go to that link as well. Former WWE Tough Enough competitor Zamariah Loupe was recently injured at a training session at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando and is expected to be out of action for at least 6 weeks. The incident that led to the injury was described as a case of miscommunication, but ultimately most of the blame fell on ZZ for not paying attention, and there is definitely a feeling among some within WWE developmental system that ZZ might not have the brightest future in WWE. ZZ was the male runner-up for the latest season of Tough Enough. It was announced in late October that WWE had signed ZZ, along with the 4 other competitors from the show, to developmental contracts. Solomon Crowe is no longer with NXT. Former Sami Callihan requested and received his release from WWE on Monday, according to PW Insider. His superstar bio has already been removed from WWE.com website. Crowe, who was only 28, had a strong career on the independent circuit prior to signing with WWE back in 2013. Unfortunately, that never translated to success in WWE. He tweeted on Monday at WWE Crowe, and the earth stood still. Go to this link for his match against Kevin Owens from NXT. As noted, also, Lana has backstage major heat with WWE officials as of late. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, it was said that she actually has nuclear heat right now. General belief is the heat came from her leaking the news of her real-life engagement with Rusev, as well as her recent Twitter war with Paige. Former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins is beginning his rehab today at Quad City CrossFit in his hometown of Davenport, Iowa. Rollins posted the following on Instagram today, and it's called Recovery Essentials, and I'll post a photo for that. Exercise bikes and a mat. Huge thank you to at Concept2 Inc., at Assault Air Bike, and at Jason Halapa for the Go Mat from Jason. Push yourself and never settle. Hashtag rebuild. Sami Zayn is being advertised to appear at the upcoming WWE UK tour in December. Coming back from his injury. It was reported a few weeks ago that Zayn had returned to the WWE Performance Center. The former NXT champion has been sidelined with a shoulder injury since June. Former UFC and Bellator fighter War Machine, born John Copenhaver, was back in court yesterday for a hearing on sexual assault charges brought against him. The charges stem from his alleged beating of ex-girlfriend Christy McInday, during which his alleged he placed his hand on her genitals and threatened to rape her. David Ferreira of the Las Vegas Review-Journal was in the courtroom and reported all of the details and posted the video link for that. At War Machine 170 on Twitter, just raped at Christy Mac she tried to make me wait until after errands, as if Brandon Sua, the defense attorney for War Machine, argued that McKinday's past career doing porn as Christy Mack had given her the desire, the preference, the acceptability towards a particular form of sex activities that were outside of the norm, while McKinday alleged on HBO's Real Sports that he raped her after tweeting the above comment, something that she publicly passed off as a bad joke after consensual sex. That's not what's at issue here. Instead, it's about him allegedly molesting her after a prolonged beating, where he also attacked a friend of McKinday, not just theoretical rough sex. While skeptical, Judge Alyssa Kaddish asked Sua for a written motion to make his argument. And again, go to a link on that. Prosecutor Jacqueline Bluth argued that the rape shield laws precluded such a defense, saying that because she consented to those acts through her course of employment does not mean that the defendant is then entitled to think that he can do that to her. You can't make that leap. In the midst of all this, War Machine blew a kiss at Bluth, which he then spoke about for the official record. While Sua not to see the kiss, Judge Kaddish scolded War Machine for gesturing at Bluth, to which he smiled and said, "Yes, ma'am." Sua also claiming that War Machine's phone had text messages from McKinday inviting him over, contradicting her statements that he showed up unannounced. Judge Kaddish ordered Sua to turn the phone over to the prosecution by next week. And here's another Central Intelligence trailer link from The Rock. It's worth noting that Jane Storm wrestled for Renegade Championship Wrestling in Georgia this past weekend, and the promotion said it was his final appearance for them before going full-time with WWE. Becky Lynch wrote the following in a response to a rumor that she's taking some time away from WWE and coming back at the end of the year. At Becky Lynch WWE, I'm not taking any time off. And I'll post another link for that. Thanks to Gary Hernandez and Wrestling Inc. for the following Ring of Honor Road to Final Battle TV taping results from Friday evening in Nashville, Tennessee. Episode number 1 taping, Veda Scott defeated Heidi Lovelace in a dark match. Red Dragon defeated Beer City Bruiser and Silas Young. Chris Sabin called out the masked KRD member, who turned out to be none other than Alex Shelley, for his former partner, Motor City Machine Gun Alex Shelley. Roger Strong defeated Samson Walker, and also, I guess I'll post another photo link of Alex Shelley from that event. Roger Strong defeated Samson Walker. Bobby Fish was on commentary and got up to take the Ring of Honor title and taunt Strong with it before they got into it. The Young Bucks defeated the Briscoes. A big brawl with Kenny King and Rhett Titus happened after the match. Second episode, taping 2, Keith Lee and Shane Taylor defeated Dylan Bostic and Brutal Bob Evans in a dark match. Adam Cole defeated Corey Hollis. Dalton Castle defeated Mike Posey and got attacked by Silas Young afterwards. Ring of Honor World Champion Jay Lethal interrupted Kevin Kelly interviewing Jerry Lynn in the ring. Matt Seidel and ACH defeated RPG Vice in the main event. Alex Shelley was on commentary for that match. Third episode taping, ODB defeated Taylor Hendricks in a dark match. Caprice Coleman with Real Ferrero fought to a no contest when they brought steel chairs into the mix. Rhett Titus and Kenny King defeated D-Jock and Ken Phoenix. D-Jock beat Phoenix down after the match. Kevin Kelly interviewed Steve Corino. Mark Briscoe, Matt Jackson, Roger Strong, Cedric Alexander, and Moose defeated Jay Lethal, Jay Briscoe, Cliff Compton, Adam Page, and Cheeseburger in a crazy main event match. And I think this one has a link for that match. For the next is Alex Shelley versus Steve Corino, Throwback Thursday from Alex Shelley's last appearance in Ring of Honor. Canadian TV personality Rachel David noted on Twitter that she and King Barrett are no longer dating, but they have been together since late last year. Thanks to Wrestling Observer newsletter for that news. According to sources, TNA initially taped enough matches to finish the World Title Series tournament. Guess who won? Bobby Lashley coming out as the winner. But it appears that they will be reshooting the semis and the finals, as Dixie Carter announced that the semifinals will be taking place in Mumbai, India. The finals will now likely be taped during the UK tour. Dark match prior to tonight's main event tapings in Indianapolis saw R-Truth defeat Brad Maddox. Maddox cut what was described by our correspondent as a very emo-ish promo. Maddox, who got good heat for the crowd, insulted the Indianapolis Colts and quarterback Andrew Luck, calling him the biggest bust in football. Well, they advertised dark match, which did not happen. Roman Reigns, Ambrose, and Kane versus Wyatt family in a 6-man tag. First, results for the main event. Here's the spoilers for that. Titus O'Neil defeated Stardust by countout. Ryback defeated Heath Slater. Rusev defeated Zack Ryder. Second result. That was held at the Bankers Life Field House in Indianapolis, Indiana. Titus O'Neil defeated Stardust by countout, with Stardust ended up just walking away from the match. Ryback defeated Heath Slater. Rusev defeated Zack Ryder. Rusev made Ryder tap out to the Accolade. A little bit different from the previous results. They didn't post the Divas match. Brie Bella defeated Charlotte in a non-title match with a roll-up after Paige distracted Charlotte. And your final, posted by, credit goes to Ryan Brammer, Jeremy Beaver, Eric Moss of Wink. W-I-N-C. Titus O'Neil defeated Stardust by countout, with Stardust just walked away from the match. Darren Young was with Titus on commentary. Ryback defeated Heath Slater by pinfall. Rusev defeated Zack Ryder. Ryder got in some good offense, but Rusev won by submission. Just overpowered him. Brie Bella defeated Divas champion Charlotte by roll-up after a distraction by Paige, which was a non-title match. And following, credit goes to WrestlingInc.com for the first SmackDown spoiler taping from Indianapolis, Indiana. Roman Reigns kicked off this week's show with a promo. There's a table, ladder, and chair in the ring. Sheamus interrupted. Reigns tells him to come down to the ring. Sheamus laughs and calls Reigns a walking, talking Adele song. Reigns promises to win his title back at TLC. The Dudley Boys defeated Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman by disqualification in tag team action. The DQ came when Bray Wyatt interfered. Rowan and Harper ended up putting Bubba Ray through a table while Strowman choked Devon out. Paige defeated Becky Lynch with a roll-up. Tag team champions Kofi Kingston and Big E do a funny segment with a dinner for Thanksgiving. First annual New Day potluck dinner. The Ascension, Heath Slater, and Adam Rose get kicked out of the dinner. Slater brought Slater Slaw, but Kofi pointed out a Band-Aid in it. Rose brought rabbit stew. They were trying to remember who was supposed to bring the turkey when the gobbledygooker arrived, revealing none other to be Xavier Woods. Jack Swagger versus U.S. champion Alberto Del Rio in non-title action. Match ended in a disqualification when Del Rio used a chair outside the ring. Swagger came back with a chair attack in the ring, sending Zeb and Del Rio retreating to the back. The Usos were backstage when the gobbledygooker walked up and wishes them a happy Thanksgiving. He leaves and they say they have a plan. Lucha Dragons defeated Big E and Kofi Kingston with the gobbledygooker in a non-title match. Thanks to interference from the Gooker. The Gooker was then revealed to be Jey Uso, as Jimmy Uso brought a naked and tied up Xavier Woods to the ring. Sin Cara and Kalisto held him up while Jay splashed him. Renee Young interviewed Dean Ambrose. He's in a number one contender match for the Intercontinental title later. And Dean Ambrose defeated Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat match to become the new number one contender to the Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens, who was also on commentary. Ambrose hit Dirty Deeds on Breeze to win a high energy match. And that was your main event. Second result, taping for the spoilers. SmackDown kicked off with a Roman Reigns promo. A table, a ladder, and a chair was set up in the ring. Sheamus interrupted the promo. Sheamus laughed at Reigns when he called him to the ring. Sheamus called Reigns a walking, talking Adele song. Reigns says he will get his title back at TLC. The Dudley Boys defeated Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman by disqualification when Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt interfered. After the match, Wyatt family took out the Dudley Boys. Paige defeated Becky Lynch, Thanksgiving dinner segment with the New Day. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio ended up in a disqualification when Del Rio used a chair outside the ring. Backstage segment with a gobbledygooker and the Usos. The Lucha Dragons defeated Big E and Kofi Kingston with the gobbledygooker in an I-Toll match. The Gooker was revealed to be Jey Uso. Dean Ambrose was interviewed backstage. And then Dean Ambrose defeated Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat to become the new number one contender to the Intercontinental Champion. And that concluded the taping. The third and final results for the spoilers for SmackDown. From the Banker's Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, Roman Reigns began by cutting a promo, but Sheamus cut him off. Reigns challenged Sheamus to a fight him right here there on the spot. Sheamus blew him off. Sheamus then talked some more trash, but Reigns ended the segment by saying he will be getting his title back. The Dudley Boys defeated Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman. The Dudleys won by DQ after Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper showed up. Bubba got slammed through a table and Braun ended up choking Devon out. Paige defeated Becky Lynch. The New Day's Kofi Kingston and Big E do a segment about their new Thanksgiving dinner tradition and invite some other WWE superstars to a potluck dinner. Heath Slater gets kicked out after there's a Band-Aid issue in his coleslaw, and the rest argue over who was bringing the turkey. Infamous gobbledygooker walks out, and Xavier Woods unmasks and reveals himself in the costume. Jack Swagger defeated Alberto Del Rio by disqualification. Alberto hit Swagger with a chair and got disqualified. But Swagger ended up getting the chair and chased Alberto away. The Usos were shown backstage when the gobbledygooker walked past them and wished them a happy Thanksgiving. After the Gooker is gone, the Usos talk amongst themselves and they formulate some kind of plan for later. Lucha Dragons defeated the New Day. The Gooker, actually Jey Uso in costume, helped the Dragons win by the interference. Jimmy Uso then dragged Xavier Woods, who was bound in his boxers, to the ring where Jey ended up hitting an assisted top rope splash. Dean Ambrose defeated Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler to become the new number one contender to the Intercontinental Championship. Ambrose pinned Breeze after connecting with Dirty Deeds as IC champion Kevin Owens watched at ringside. And that concludes my spoilers for SmackDown and WWE main event. Thanks again. Peace out. God bless. See you where I want to be. And by the way, if you don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.